Hello, and welcome to the Query tab. There are a few purposes to the Query tab, one of which is for ad hoc analysis. Another is to prepare your queries before you save them in a transform. Now, to walk you through it, here we have the Query Editor window. It's where I will write the query that I want to run. We also have an autofill that helps us not only search the functions within SQL, but also search our tables and schema from within our warehouse. I now can click this Run button to show the output. The Run button runs everything in the Query tab. We also have this button here, the Format SQL, that helps standardize the format of your SQL. And this button here, Limit 100, sets the standard to only show 100 rows of data unless said otherwise, to minimize the risk of an accidentally long query from running. Now, on this right, we have a search bar to help you build out your queries. It helps you search through all the schema and tables and columns that you have in your warehouse, right? So I chose the Mozart schema. I'm going to choose the first created table. It shows me all of the columns that exist, their type, and I can preview by hovering over. This folder icon selects all tables in the warehouse. This pin shows only tables that are currently being referenced within this query editor. We have recent tables, favorited tables, which I don't have any at this moment, and also tags. In addition, we have the ability to search. So let's say I'm going to search for the column name, and it's now going to show me that in the Mozart schema, 4 of 9 tables have at least one column that has name in it. Let's say we're going to create a date. Now it's going to show up at the top, date table. The ones that include name will show up at the top. But in addition, I can also search tables, right? So table here, now we have table, date table right there. Now that we have a query, let's name it. We'll call this first created. You can share this with somebody else by either sharing the hyperlink at the top, or I can go share this query and I'll copy the link. Now, if I send that link to somebody, it'll give them access as long as their user has access to this Mozart account. Now, go here, click View All Queries, and not only does it highlight all of the queries that you've worked with, you can sort them by last run time, last updated time, when it was created, and subscribers, which are users who have opened the query. You can also preview what is selected in each of the queries, and you can even search, and it'll tell you which ones include the text you're looking for within the query. Now that I've run this query, other options are that I, at the bottom, can export directly to CSV. I can also export to G-Sheet. I could choose to hide empty columns, in which case, if created date was completely empty, it would not show up at all. The last thing to note is that if I have a query that I would like to save as a table, I have 2 options. I can either click this little down button here and click Save as Transform, in which case, exactly like in the Save a Transform video, it'll give you the option to name it. The other option is right here, I can click Save a Transform.